Hello guys, welcome back to Comic Book Cafe. I know it's been a while, but today we're reviewing Spawn issue 259, The Satan Wars Part 1. So, since, Al Simmons has come back as Spawn in the comic book, they've slowly been leading up to this battle. Since he came back, found out that Satan's got his wife's soul, Wanda, and he wants it back. We're leading up to this going to hell and getting her back. So in this issue, Satan goes, the Spawn symbiote goes to hell, Al Simmons, to go get his wife back. Great covers this comic book. Eric Larson, Todd McFarlane. I love the two covers for this comic book. But you see him, there's not a lot to talk about in this issue because you see him go through the levels of hell, uh, fighting guys. Obviously now the guys are fighting him because I know each level he goes, Satan will have harder and harder things for him to get by. But you see him go through hell, decimating people along the way, whipping butt. And then he gets finally to Satan, where he knows he has to, hit him hard, hit him fast, do what he needs to do right away, because Satan is clearly more powerful than he is. And clearly you could tell Spawn's attitude and understanding that he was probably the symbiote, Al Simmons symbiote Spawn, was the greatest thing that Satan's ever created. And Satan wants that symbiote back over anything. That he'll be alive as long as, he has that symbiote. And that is his chance of getting his wife back. He understands Satan's more powerful than he is. He doesn't know if he's strong enough to one for one with Satan. He just knows he's the most powerful thing Satan's ever created. And that he could beat anybody in hell except Satan. He doesn't know. So you see his wife in this issue, and you kind of see him trying to break her a little bit. Like they want to break her so that they know when he shows up, like to make him have the ultimate defeat. To see that, hey, she's given up. She wants to stay in hell. You're wasting your time, kind of thing. At least that's what I read into it. You're wasting your time. But they never break her. She assumes, one, she's not going to give in, and two, she assumes that at some point, he'll come for her. That's Al will come for her. And so we finally get to, he gets Satan. They fight a little bit, and then they bring on, of course, his wife, and Satan makes him a deal. Hey, you give me the symbiote. You and your wife, you can have your wife back. You two can go live your normal life free. But Al understands that's not true. Once he gets him the symbiote, he's gonna both kill both of them and have both, and have their souls. So he says no. He basically says, do whatever you want with her. I'm not giving up the symbiote. He knows this is his only chance. And Satan says, so now you're going to war. And so the real war starts next issue. Again, I liked the setup of him going through, getting down there. The interesting thing is, what does Satan have in mind to fight the Spawn, except himself? I don't think he's just going to send himself. Again, this is a multi-parter. What is his plan? He's going to have a plan to combat Al or the symbiote. Like, what's he going to do? Is he going to try to find a way to split them against each other? You know, it, you know, how is his wife going to react the way he said it? I mean, I know what he said by, he understands her dead, but how she going to take it? Says, I don't care what you do with her. I'm not giving the symbiote. Like, how's she going to react to that next issue? So, again, it was a great. So far, Spawn to me has had a great ride since Al came back. I've enjoyed this book more than I ever have. Again, this is basically going all back to issue 1 because Satan's the one who made the symbiote, who gave it to Al. So it's kind of finally gone full circle. And I know this is one comic book series that has had many highs and many lows, right? It started off really great, and then for a long time, a lot of people probably didn't care because it was just such a low. Like, you built up to this big fight, and it just seemed to drag on and never happen. And then you went from Al to the new guy. A long journey. One comic book series has had up and lows. Again, when I started getting ready into this with, Al Simmons being Spawn again, I really enjoyed the writing and the art in this book. It's been really great. It kind of took you back to the earlier days of Spawn, yet doing some of the new things they do in comic books. So what do you think of Spawn 259? Are you enjoying the new book? I thoroughly am enjoying it. More than I really thought I would. I thought I would actually fall off the wagon at this point of this book. Because even though, again, they brought him back, if you don't have an interesting story and good writing, you're going to fall off it eventually. You're just going to be like, okay, that was cool. They brought him back. I'm done. But in this case, I'm really excited about it. So I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. Are you enjoying Spawn? Did you enjoy issue 259? Are you looking forward to the Satan Wars? What effect is this going to have in the Spawn universe after it's over, right? Are we going to see Spawn be in charge of hell? That would be an interesting story when it's all over. Or is Spawn going to lose? Then what does that do with him? Anyway, let me hear your guys' opinions on the book and anything else I talked about, and I'll make another video soon. Thanks for watching, guys.